Today I'll guide you through the quickest and most efficient way to complete the No Man's Sky Polestar expedition, having it done in no time so you don't have to deal with FOMO regardless of your schedule. Let's get to it. First off, start a new save and pick the expedition as the game mode, then initialize. Speak to the captain to read the ship's log, completing Log 1 Emergency. Then claim the rewards. Only use the ship slots on your current ship if you do not intend to grab a ship from previous expeditions or Twitch drops. Repair the atmospheric control unit in your freighter inventory using the repair kit on the chromatic metal, completing all hands on deck, and claim the rewards. Repair the hyperdrive. Use your antimatter but then a repair kit on the chromatic metal and antimatter housing. Head into the freighter base up the green stairs, turning right into the agricultural rooms, and interact with each of the blue buttons on the walls to gather carbon. In the freighter's inventory, move the Starship launch fuel to your ship and use the warp cell on your freighter's hyperdrive. It's time for the first warp. Interact with the warp console. If standing on the stairs that have a green outline looking at the bridge's centre console, it is on the right side of it. Interact with that to see the galactic map and warp your freighter to the first system the game sends you to, which is called Tainash 11. This will complete Engage Engines. Once you have arrived, claim the rewards from Engage Engines and install the Salvage Hyperdrive upgrade into your freighter's technology and move your hyperdrive so it is touching the new upgrade. Now head back into the freighter's base and build the Fleet Commander room. This should automatically focus the relevant mission in your log, so interact with the Fleet Commander room to get the frigate fuel blueprints and 200 tons. If this doesn't happen, check your log to ensure you have the mission focused. Now we will send off our first fleet expedition, so head back to the bridge and talk to the NPC standing by the central console. Pick the shortest expedition and send your single frigate on it. Next, head to your ship in the freighter's hangar and leave your freighter. Now is the time to summon the anomaly and gather your previous expedition rewards and Twitch drops from ships, multi-tools and more, otherwise there's no need to summon it. Fly a little closer to the space station until you see the dense asteroid field. Head into it and shoot 50 asteroids, completing Stardust. Claim the rewards from Stardust and move the oxygen into your exosuit inventory. Fly into the space station and head up to the Mission Giver Side trade terminal and sell the 5 storage augments you just received. Then buy 1 wiring loom, 3 microprocessors, 1 ion battery, all the sodium, 12 cobalt, and you need silver, which we'll get from Aronium, as each is worth 250 silver. If you have 115 or more silver in your ship, just buy 2. If you have less than 115 silver in your ship, buy 3. Time to go planet side, so leave the station and pulse toward the planet the station orbits, aiming for the coast. Before landing, find a dark grey patch of land that has lots of tiny rocks and shoot it a bunch with your photon cannon. Once you have a good 500 to 1000 dust, you are good to carry on. Exiting your ship will complete planet side. Claim the reward from it and install the hazard protection module and the mining beam module. If you haven't already, this would be a good time to move your technology in both exosuit and the ship to the technology slots to free up main inventory space. Now it's time to collect 80 or more dihydrogen, then scan all of the flora, fauna and minerals you see on land, then jump into the water and do the same. There are 7 life forms on this planet and they are easy to find, but if one is giving you trouble, just move on, there's no need to linger. Head back to your ship and fly up to your freighter and board it. Once inside, craft the dihydrogen into 2 dihydrogen jelly, then build a refiner room in your freighter base. This will complete a well-oiled machine. Claim the reward from this, then build the storage room, completing supercargo. Claim the rewards from this also. Now head to the refiner room and refine the 12 cobalt with oxygen to make 30 ionized cobalt, and then that 30 ionized cobalt with the oxygen to make 180. Then store that in your freighter. Refine the 2 to 3 Aronium into silver to prevent it taking up more space than necessary, then combine the silver from that and in your ship with what's in your freighter. Combine the gold in your freighter too. If you did not get any pure ferrite from geodes when shooting the ground, refine 60 ferrite dust into pure ferrite and store it in your exosuit. If you got 120 or more magnetized ferrite from cracking geodes, you are good. Otherwise refine 10 silver and gold into 10 platinum, and then put 10 dust, pure ferrite and platinum in the refiner to make 120 magnetized ferrite. Also refine oxygen and carbon to make 155 or more condensed carbon and store it in your exosuit. You can now install the interstellar scanner technology in your freighter, completing Galactic Catalogue. Claim the rewards from this and install the Pulse engine upgrade as well as the movement upgrade, then buy a squadron slot. Jump back in your ship, we aren't quite done in this system. Head to the moon Cydosia L8, that is orbiting the planet Bedfore 18. We are going to a specific location on this planet to find a crashed ship. This is a nice valuable hauler found by Golden Gek. He made a video about it and allowed me to use it for this guide. You can find it linked below. If you travel towards Cydosia from your current location in the most direct way and aim for the centre of the planet from your perspective, you will be almost on top of the crash site, so it is incredibly quick and easy to find. Once you enter the atmosphere and see where you are, you likely just need to travel a few seconds east and south to reach the coordinates, minus 10.98 by plus 157.04. There you will find the crashed hauler. Be sure to craft a metal plating while near your ship and have it in your exosuit. Then claim the ship. Craft a hermetic seal and a dihydrogen jelly, then fix the launch thrusters and pulse drive of the hauler. Then jump back in your shuttle, head into space and call your freighter. Once on board, charge your freighter's hyperdrive with the warp hyper core and enter the galactic map. This time we are looking for a pirate system near the Rendezvous 1 system called Ominoh. As you can see on screen, it is quite close and easy to find if you have an image to navigate. Warp to Ominoh. Once you arrive in Ominoh, jump in your new bashed up hauler and head to the station. Once inside, go to the ship scrapping terminal and scrap your damaged hauler and claim the rewards. Then pop to the vendor and sell the items you got from scrapping the ship. Buy the 3 contraband items he's selling, and if need be, sell your salvage frigate modules to get more cash to buy the contraband. You won't need any salvage frigate modules to complete this expedition. If you plan to keep this save after, then you would be better off not selling them, and just taking a little longer to raise the funds. But if this is a throwaway save to get the expedition rewards, just sell them and the cargo bulkheads. This will complete gold like sand, which you should claim right away for the inventory slots, but also to sell the terrifying sample for even more tasty units. Once you've purchased what you can, speak to the mission giver and pick one of the 2 pirate missions he's offering. It doesn't matter which, as we'll do both. Get the mission and fly out of the station to pulse to the bandit hideout. For fighting pirates with a starting ship, it's easier than you think, especially in these missions when you only fight 2 at a time. Just start by shooting 1 at a time with your photon cannon until their shield is down, then fire a single rocket at them to destroy an unshielded pirate. Be sure to fly into the explosion as they go to make sure you pick up what they drop, which can be shield batteries, suspicious tech items and more. Repeat this process until they are dead, then return to hand in the mission and get the next and complete that one too. After you've completed both, use the new funds to buy whatever contraband has restocked while you were doing the missions. Don't forget to sell the suspicious packets you got from fighting the pirates too. You don't need any tech they drop for this expedition, but the money is handy. Buy a suit slot and teleport back to your freighter. Once back at your trusty freighter, enter the galactic map and warp to the marked rendezvous system Higare Rigy. First thing to do here is to fly right into the space station, jump up on the technology vendor side and head into the back to sell your contraband and any extra ship slots or frigate modules you may have. Before leaving the trade terminal, buy 2 Magno Gold. If you fancy it, grab a slot from the exosuit vendor's machine, then get back in your ship, leave and fly towards Rendezvous 1. If the waypoint for Rendezvous 1 is not showing, just open up the menu, select the Rendezvous 1 milestone to ensure it is focused and a quest in your log. As you approach the spot on the planet for Rendezvous 1, you will just need to fly very slightly past the waypoint and you'll see a large crashed freighter pop in. That is a rendezvous, so land and get out to complete Rendezvous 1 and claim the rewards. Before getting back in your ship, scan any fauna, flora and minerals you see close by, then pulse into space and call your freighter. Enter the hangar, pop to the bridge and walk to our next location. This is another pirate system and it is located very close to the first system we warped to, Tainash. So if you navigate to Tainash, which will be easy as all systems you've previously been to are marked with a light white circle, look at Tainash from the side where if you looked up you would see Higare, the system you are in. Well, from that perspective, just above Tainash is a system called Kuyumata. That is a system we are going to next, so warp there. Once you arrive, simply run to your ship, head into the station and buy all of the contraband the vendor has. Then use the teleporter to teleport back to Ominoh and buy all of their contraband. Teleport back to Kuyumata and speak to the mission giver, accept the pirate mission that rewards 10 storm crystals. Head out and complete the mission like you did the others. Photon till shields are down, then finish off with the rocket launcher. This will also complete Galactic Defender. Once complete, head back and hand in the mission. Then sell 8 of the 10 storm crystals to the vendor and buy all the contraband that has restocked while you did the mission. Then teleport back to Ominoh again and buy the restocks from there, and finally teleport back to your freighter from Ominoh. Back at your freighter, claim the rewards for Galactic Defender and install the 3 beacon upgrades for your freighter. This will massively reduce the time it takes for your fleet expeditions to complete. Now warp to the Rendezvous 2 system, Nawaguch. Once you arrive, talk to the captain and read the ship's log again, completing Log 2 into the black. Claim the rewards from this. Now make 5 antimatter, craft 2 warp hypercores, 3 antimatter housing and finally 3 warp cells. Then build the orbital exocraft materializer room, completing drop protocol. Claim that reward too. Now fly into the space station, head up to the mission giver side and sell your contraband and any other items like pirate drops or salvage frigate modules if you aren't keeping the save. Pop out of the station and find the nearest system freighter convoy. Buy a C-class frigate if you didn't already get one from your previous expedition rewards. You don't want to have more than 2 frigates just yet. Then continue on to the rendezvous point. From now on, all rendezvous are underwater, though they are still crash freighters. For this one, there is a little island of land on the one side of the freighter, opposite to the ring. Land on that, jump in the water and head south a little until you see the sea vent. Grab the 3 crystal sulfide on it. While now making your way toward the freighter you parked by, scan all minerals, flora and fauna you can, as well as mining 2 or so of the salt-giving rocks to get 100 or more salt. As you arrive near the black box of the submerged freighter wreck, you will complete Rendezvous 2. Collect the reward from this and head back to your ship. Pulse into space and enter the anomaly. In the anomaly, head up to the teleporter and teleport to the outlaw stations Kuyumata and Ominoh. Buy the contraband from both, then teleport back to your freighter. By now your first fleet expedition has likely finished. If you haven't already, collect and send it back out. You can also now send your new one out on one too. However, to send a second expedition you'll need to build a second fleet command room, so refine your Magno gold to gold and just build 4 more fleet command rooms to get it sorted now. All expeditions are now nice and short thanks to your freighter beacon upgrades. The goal here is to send at least 3 total today, and while you are completing the rest of the expedition, we make this easier by only having 2 frigates to ensure we only have the beginner missions which are shorter. Provided we have done 3, whether they have finished or not during this session, you'll only have to log in 2 more times after all of this, to send that day's full 5 expeditions, and then again to collect them and the milestone. Head to the bridge and warp towards Rendezvous 3. You should be able to warp there in 3 warps, but 4 is fine. Just try to go in as straight of a line as possible and roughly warp your full range every time. Upon arriving in Kotonab-Awa, speak to the captain and read the ship's log, completing Log 3 Homesick. There is no need to claim the rewards from this, but it takes no inventory space up, so take it if you wish. Next, head out and pop into the station to sell your contraband. Then head over to Rendezvous 3. As you come in, keep an eye out for the crash freighter spawning before the water does. It is between 2 large islands, so just land right by it. Before getting out of your ship, craft 5 metal plating and ensure they are in your exosuit. Get out and jump in to grab the rendezvous point, completing Rendezvous 3. Claim the rewards. Scan everything around you, flora, fauna and minerals. If you haven't already, you should complete Prospector. Claiming this is good for salvage frigate modules to sell or keep depending on your intentions with your save, and an S-Class scanner upgrade to install next to your scanner to increase the units you are gaining from scanning. Lastly, find 2 more vents and collect 4 more crystal sulfide. You should have a total of 7. Use 4 of them along with the 5 metal plating and 100 salt to craft the Nautilin chamber, then jump in the Nautilin, completing Freedom of the Seas. Claim this reward for the treasure vendor item and install the Humboldt drive upgrade for future speedery. It's time to get back in the ship, head up to space and use the anomaly again to grab some contraband. This should be the last time you do this. You have 6 more frigates to buy, and the C-Class can range between 1.5 and 2.4 or so million units. You having at least 12 million is a must. A little extra is comfortable. If you've sent out your first 3 missions, you can start buying more frigates. Claiming from previous expeditions does count towards this, so grab the second if you have it. System freighter fleets with purchasable frigates show up in 1 to 2 sets every time you warp into a system, and will often pop in as you leave a rendezvous planet and exit out of Pulse. Just check as you go, buy anything 2 million or under on site and consider ones up to 2.5. After grabbing your contraband from both Outlaw systems, teleport back to your freighter. Interact with the Manage Fleet terminal opposite the captain and manage your squadron to unlock the third slot. You can now hire up to 3 squadron members. These can be any NPC pilot you see, so just talk to the first 3 you see and recruit them into your squadron, completing Wing Commander. You won't need any of the rewards from this. While on your freighter, also now build the Stellar Extractor room, completing Power and Industry. Claim the rewards from this, then build the Scanner room, completing Farseer. Claim that reward and finally construct a Galactic Trade Terminal, completing Home Comforts. You won't need any of the rewards from Home Comforts. You can now warp to Rendezvous 4 system Ojiyad 2, which is another 4 warps, which means you will need to recharge your freighter's hyperdrive at some point, and that is why we have 2 hypercores. You will only need 1 for warping, the other is required for later, so don't sell or use it. Upon entering Ojiyad 2 system, head to the captain to read the ship's log, completing Log 4, No Going Back. There is no need to claim the reward. Jump in your ship and enter the station, jetpack up to the mission giver side and sell your contraband, waterlogged treasure and any extras, then buy an Ominoh chamber. Get back in your ship and head to Rendezvous 4 with maybe a little frigate shopping along the way. Rendezvous 4 is the worst one. The crash freighter is easy to see, but it is a little over 1000 U from the nearest tiny spit of sand. So while still a little high up, look for the nearest island, then head to it and land. If your melee boost game is good, then do that toward the crash freighter, keeping a horizontal projection and keep holding forward the whole time, including once in the water. If done well, you will keep inertia and continue going very fast for easily that 1k U or more. You will slow down if you turn too sharply or touch anything at all. Once you either reach the freighter and so turn around, losing momentum, hit something and lose momentum, or have no idea what the hell melee boosting is, call your Nautilin in. This bad boy will save you quite a few minutes of swimming here, but before getting in, scan all the flora and fauna around. With the Rendezvous met, completing Rendezvous 4, claim it for the salvage modules if you want them or need the cash. The nanites are amazing if continuing the save after 2 of course. Scanning the flora should also complete the Engine of Life. Claim the rewards from this. Then head into space. Upon boarding, build the teleporter room, completing Across Infinity. There's no need to claim these rewards. Also construct the double cultivation room. If you missed a scan or 2 and didn't complete the scan plants, you won't be able to construct this room just yet, as a plan for it is rewarded by the flora scan milestone. So just wait to do it until you had those last scans, otherwise this construction completes the air we breathe. There's no need to claim its rewards. Enter the galactic map and warp with your freighter toward Kariash, the 5th rendezvous system. This should take around 3 warps. On entering, talk to the captain about the ship's log to complete Log 5 Horizons. Claim the reward and move the homeworld repeater from your freighter to your ship's inventory. Then jump in your ship and head directly to the rendezvous point. On the way, checking the frigate fleet to get your 8th frigate, completing Mission Control. You don't need these rewards for the expedition, but outside of it they are sweet. Rendezvous 5 is another submerged wreck, but really nice and close to land and easy to find. Just land on the coast near it, scan any fauna you see, don't worry there are a bunch of fish too, to complete A Life Beneath the Sea. At this point you don't need the rewards from it. Also, if you're a bit behind the scan for flora and minerals, you should certainly have them completed by the time you scan this planet's bounty. Both land and sea have a good amount. Also of course, melee boost towards the black box of the freighter to complete Rendezvous 5. Claim or don't, the inventory slots aren't needed anymore, though I should mention the claim or not advice from me here has been purely for completing the expedition. Most rewards are worth getting if you intend to continue this save afterwards. Get back in your ship, point towards space and pulse. While in pulse, use the homeworld repeater. It will now scan similar to an anomaly detector or broadcast receiver, so drop out of pulse when it prompts you to. Take the anomalous call and work through the dialogue to get your blueprint. This will complete Deep Sleep Cruise. You should now have the blueprint without claiming this, but just in case it is a reward if you claim it also. Pulse away just slightly so that you may call your freighter, call it and board. Head up to the bridge and install your new device. Talk to the captain and choose option 2. Enjoy the ride. You have now completed Superliminal. You only really need to claim this if you are continuing, as it awards a hyperdrive blueprint for normal ships, among other things. All you have left to do is to log in tomorrow and complete the 2 fleet expeditions you have ongoing if you haven't already. Then send out 5 more. You have enough dihydrogen and tritium for fuel and frigates. Just send 5 single frigates on the 5 different expeditions. Them coming back in one piece doesn't matter. Log in a 3rd time to complete those 5, completing Called by the Stars. Congratulations, you've completed Expedition 8 Polestar. You don't need the optional milestone, but do it if you want. Just be sure to claim the phase rewards in order to get your account bound rewards. These step-by-step guides are a lot of work and only appeal to a small subsection of the community, so if you do find them useful, be sure to hit the like button, maybe leave a comment and let anyone you know who wants a speedy, efficient way to complete the Polestar expedition of this guide. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day.